The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Danny Gibson here joining you with Dick Girardi. We're coming to you right from Parks Racing to bring you all the latest in horse racing. On today's show, turf racing. Here at Parks, it's the Grade 3 Doc Penny Memorial Stakes. And a Kentucky Derby runner takes on the Grade 1 Belmont Derby Invitational. Lots of 3-year-olds on the scene. And Archer & Griner, a law firm, came out for a great day here at Parks. And the Doran Dash we celebrated, but lots of good 3-year-olds. I want to kind of reiterate that. I said that in the opening. We have a lot of various derbies going on.
No question, Danny. Derbies all over the place, but the best 3-year-old performance was maybe in a derby on the turf. And who would have thought that? But we'll see it about in a minute.
Absolutely. Well, the fillies and mares top grace races all came to Parks for our Grade 3 $200,000 Doc Penny Memorial Stakes. It does go a 1.16 miles over our grass course here. And morning line favorite is Princess Grace. She won this very race last year from Mike Stidham, M&M Stable owner and breeder, 9-5 morning line.
She did win it and was really impressive doing it, Danny, and had a great 2021. The first race this year wasn't particularly good at Monmouth Park, but it was kind of one of those races where there was no pace. It was just strange. She finished 7th. She's way better than that, as we know, and is getting better accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, she was going against Grade 1 company.
Exactly.
This mare has a lot of heart, has really done nothing wrong. Our second choice morning line is Classic Lady for Christophe Clement. He trained Pure Sensation that's in our Parks Hall of Fame, running very over the same turf course here. Joel Rosario coming in.
Right, so when Christophe comes down, generally he doesn't come down just for the visit and then get on the PA Turnpike. I mean, comes down to try to win a race, and certainly Classic Lady, the 7-year-old mare, is good enough.
Oh yeah, these are some serious turf fillies and mares. Here's our track announcer, Chris Griffin, with the call of the Grade 3 Doc Penny Memorial Stakes.
Princess Grace has got it her own way. It's Princess Grace who's up by a full length. Love in the Air is right there tracking in second, then comes Runaway Rumor up on the outside in third. Classic Lady is in fourth, then tick, 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 boom. Flash and Dynamite, Flirting Bridge is patiently ridden towards the back of the field with Fed Policy. Princess Grace still with the lead. Love in the Air is stalking from second. Classic Lady is saving ground to the inside in third with less than a half mile to go. Runaway Rumor, tick, 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 boom. Here's the rally from Flirting Bridge, is getting closer within 2.5 of the lead. Flash and Dynamite is driven along, and the trailer is Fed Policy. 49 seconds flat for a very slow half-mile time. Princess Grace has had it her own way. Love in the Air launches her rally. Flirting Bridge senses that slow pace, is now tipped out 3 wide coming after the leader. Classic Lady is driven along with less than a quarter mile to go. Princess Grace reaches the top of the lane, and she kicks on, and she's got plenty. Princess Grace is now 2 lengths in front. Flirting Bridge is unleashed down the center of the course outside of Love in the Air. Princess Grace is still finding more, approaches the 16th.
Princess Grace gets it again. Repeat winner in the Doc Penny. She was the strongest horse in the race. I heard she came off the trailer feeling really good about herself. She looked fabulous.
Yeah, she did. And Danny, the whole race complexion changed at the beginning when she got out there clear at a half mile and 49. And there's just no way you're going to catch a good horse like Princess Grace, who repeats. She's a really cool horse, and this race put her over $1 million.
Yeah. Here's more with the winning jockey, Florent Giroux.
Did you think you were going to get the lead that easily?
Not really. I just see how she break and go from there. I try to get her as relaxed as I could, and if somebody else wanted the lead, I was fine letting somebody go, but I thought I had the best horse in the race and great tactical speed, and took it from there.
How did you end up with this mount?
Oh, I win on her already twice the past few years, and actually I was supposed to ride her last time at Monmouth, and big flight delay. That was a complete mess, and Mike and his owner were kind enough to give me the mount back, and I'm very pleased and very thankful for the opportunity from them.
Last question, you looking forward to Del Mar?
Yes, definitely. It's going to be sunny, and hopefully I have some nice horses to ride.
Yeah, I mean, Florent Giroux, he had to run out of here to make his flight to Kentucky. I did the run with him back to the jocks room to get some interviews with him. But he's going to be at Del Mar this summer. How exciting!
He is. First time at Del Mar, and I'm sure he'll do really well with his agent, Doug Bradar. Of course, Kate and Bradar will be here with us on PA Derby Day.
Looking forward to that. Well, it's time for our first break. When we come back, Archer and Griner visited us and our national races of the week.
As the field comes into the stretch with Classic Causeway, still the one to catch here.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now, and you'll be automatically enrolled in a Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania, it's a winner.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America. But we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we were treated to a great day with Archer and Griner and their summer associates. They came out to Parks, and of course, Pat Dorenworth, we're going to talk about in a second. They did some barn tours. They were at PTHA board member Kate DeMasi and, of course, John Service's barn. They got to see where Smarty Jones resided, and they had some races named after them, a great lunch, and lots of speakers. They got to get a real flavor of the racetrack, some jockeys, former jockey Joe Hampshire.
Yep.
We talked, we gave some picks, and a lot going on.
That was fun. Bruce talked. We all had a little bit of a chat with the group from Archer and Griner, and there was a race named after Pat Doran, who's the counsel for the PTHA, of course, a partner with our Sal de Banda El Presidente. There was a race named after Pat, the Doran Dash, and after the race, I was able to catch up with Pat for a little discussion about his role here at Parks. Pat Doran, just after the Doran Dash. Pat, of course, a longtime partner at Archer Griner and the counsel for the PTHA here. Pat, first of all, what was it like to have a race named in your honor?
I was totally shocked when we got here today. I knew we were having the fourth race for our summer associates, but it was pretty cool. One thing I probably never thought there'd be a horse race named after me.
And Pat, how has your involvement started here with the PTHA, and how long has it been going on?
I've been working with the PTHA for over 20 years, negotiating a live racing agreement, handling drug cases for owners and trainers, handling disputes with horse sales. You know, I really got involved with Sal. I'm a partner of Sal's at the firm, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time 20-some years ago, and it evolved into me doing all kinds of different things for the horsemen.
And how interested have you gotten in the sport as you've gotten into doing the job that you're doing with the horsemen?
Very interested. I grew up in the city. We had a postage-size lawn. I didn't probably see a horse until I was in high school, other than at a zoo. But it's been great. It's been great to learn about the sport and see the passion of all the people that are involved in it. That's something that I've really enjoyed getting to learn about, and working with people that are so deeply passionate about the sport. It's great.
Pat is such a great guy. I really want to thank him for all his service with the PTHA, and of course here at Parks Racing. He's always fighting for racing, and a great lobbyist. Good guy to have on our side for sure.
No question. It was cool to have a race named in his honor.
Absolutely. And he's a good handicapper. I'd like to add that in there.
Yes, I did give him a winner earlier in the day.
Yeah, really enthusiastic. Well, let's get into some national races brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. Their emblem's not on the back of your car truck. Well, you paid too much. And let's hop right into the big one up at Belmont Park. It's the $1 million Grade 1 Belmont Derby Invitational on the turf. 1.25 miles. It's a really long race. And our favorite is Nation's Pride. Charlie Appleby and Frankie Dettori.
Look, Charlie Appleby and Godolphin, when they came over last year, Danny, they were just killers in these grade ones, and I think the theory was this horse would be the same. Now, the paper wasn't all that exciting from England, but you never really know what it means in relation to our USA horses.
Well said. And second choice is Stone Age. Aidan O'Brien, Ryan Moore, another international name that we get to see at these big races.
Right, and by the great sire Galileo, and again, the Irish bred. The form, again, it's often inscrutable if they're not in the Group 1s. You're not really sure who they're running against. But generally speaking, their turf horses are better than our turf horses.
Oh, absolutely. They're bred to run on the grass over there. Here is the call of the Grade 1 $1 million Belmont Derby Invitational.
Classic Causeway and Royal Patronage through a quarter in 23 and 2, and the front two have 6 lengths on Grand Sonata, who is next in third. Then comes the Pollyannic War running in fourth. Down on the inside is Implementation in fifth, Stolen Bases alongside and in sixth. Nation's Pride runs in seventh, followed by Side Dog in eighth. Machete's on the outside in a ninth and now moving up a couple of spots. Then comes Tiz the Bomb in 10th. Stone Age is 11th at this point, and the trailer is Limited Liability. The half mile in 48 seconds. They're midway up the backstretch. Classic Causeway has the lead here as Machete has moved up now on the outside of Napoleonic War. Those two are heads apart, second and third. Royal Patronage down at the hedge runs in fourth. Then comes Grand Sonata next in fifth, followed by Stolen Base along with Nation's Pride. Side Dog is advancing down on the inside after 3 quarters in 1:12 and 1. It is still Classic Causeway leading by a half length. Napoleonic War on the outside. Just in behind is Royal Patronage in third. Then Grand Sonata in fourth. Side Dog is in fifth. On the far outside is a Nation's Pride. Stone Age now comes alive as the field comes into the stretch with Classic Causeway still the one to catch here. And on the outside, Nation's Pride is coming on with Stone Age. Grand Sonata is there as they come down for the finish. Classic Causeway. Here's Nation's Pride on the outside. Classic Causeway has pulled off the huge upset.
Well, Classic Causeway loose on the lead at 25-1. An excellent ride by jockey Julien Leperoux. Bumped at the start, but it didn't interfere him at all.
Yeah, it was interesting. This is the second time Kenny McPeak has had this horse. I really liked how he ran in the Ohio Derby, Danny. I thought it was the first time he showed a fight after being in a fight, hung on for third. But did I have any idea he was going to be able to beat these horses? First time on the grass, no. And of course, neither did anybody else. It seemed like at 26-1. But you know what? Anytime a good horse gets loose in the lead, they're dangerous. And this is a Son of Giants Causeway, so why wouldn't he like the grass? Well, he did, and all the Euros that were supposed to be running at the end, they just didn't run. And Classic Causeway, loose and gone, and I got to think Kenny will just keep this horse on the grass from now on.
Yeah, great job by Julien Leperoux, and great job by Kenny, and to run this horse, to take this shot, do something
Kenny.
Totally outside of his wheelhouse. Excellent move.
Yeah,
Genius.
he does that more than probably any other big name trainer in the country. Well, he'll do things and you go, wait a second, what is he doing? And it often turns out exactly like this does. He takes chances most will not take.
Well, it really paid off in the $1 million purse. Let's go to Delaware Park. It's the Grade 2 Dell Handicap for fillies and mares. $500,000 is the pot. 1 mile and a quarter is the distance. And our favorite is Miss Leslie for Claudio Gonzalez. Gets regular jockey Angel Cruz here.
Yeah, Miss Leslie won the Obeo, which was the annual prep for the Dell Cap. Won by half a length, for, as you said, for Angel Cruz.
And our boy Kendrick Carmouche is going to ride Battle Bling, second choice for trainer Rob Atras. We see this duo quite a bit.
We do, and this horse came running at the end under Kendrick in the Obea as the favorite, was just beaten by half a length.
Here's the race in the Dell Handicap.
So the leader is Let's Cruise, and lets it out a notch to lead by a measured length. Bees and Honey right there tracking the pace in second, and Tonal Vision rides that rail in a hard hold in that third place position. Miss Leslie is 3 wide at the 6 furlong peg. Quite a separation back to Micro Cap, then Onyx is second last, and now Battle Bling starts to pick up velocity and now lands 5th. They get ready to go down the back of the track, and Let's Cruise has led him a long way and shows the way past the 5, and shows the way by a length. Bees and Honey is bracketed by every side, and Miss Leslie tries to up the ante, going 3 wide at the 4.5. Tonal Vision's behind a wall of speed. Battle Bling continues this massive move down the backstretch. Second Second last is Microcap, and Onyx is trailed as they have 3.5 furlongs to go, so the pace picks up. Miss Leslie's the first one to play her hand. Battling on is Bees and Honey, that second place position. Let's Cruise rides that rail. Battle Bling is coming with a menacing move, 3 wide on the outside, and Tonal Vision's behind a tiring speed, a quarter of a mile from home, and Miss Leslie, sensing a whiff of Delaware Cap immortality, comes to the top of the stretch and releases the brakes and slingshots past the field. Battle Bling's in second. Tonal Vision has no more to give. Closing late on the scene is Onyx, but this is all over. Angel Cruise and Miss Leslie gliding home to win the 85th edition of the Delaware Handicap.
Well, Miss Leslie loving the sloppy track with Angel Cruise, gets a big win there and easily won over this field.
Yeah, won by a dozen, Danny. It was the same two that were 1-2 in the Obeah, but that was a half a length. This was 12 lengths. It was a total rout. And great call by our buddies at 10 Strike and Carlos Guerrero to run Tonal Vision in this race. I was texting with Marshall Graham, the owner, after the race, and I said, man, what were you thinking? He says, look, it just wasn't a very strong Del Cap. We thought we'd have a chance to hit the board. And she was actually running up on the second place horse at the finish, so Tonal Vision gets a graded stakes place. Look, I love the Del Cap. This was not one of these stronger versions of the Del Cap in modern times.
No, definitely, but great for Carlos Guerrero getting a grade 2 placing there with Tonal Vision. Let's stay at Delaware Park.
Yes,
it's the $100,000 Dashing Beauty Stakes. Fillies and Mares, of course, with that name, going 6 furlongs, and our favorite is Sela for Brett Brinkman, Roberto Alvarado.
It's running some really good races. Ran in the Skip Ad, ran in the Grade 1 Madison that was won by just one time. Now the paper looks like, well, she's kind of dropping down in class here in this race.
Cinnabunny takes second choice, gets jockey Michael Sanchez reunited with her for trainer Cowlitch.
And most recently was second in that Susquehanna Valley up at Penn, Danny, and in that race got a 94 buyer, which was a career best for Cinnabunny. And I told a few people, I said, look, if she can run back to that, look out.
Here's the call on the Dashing Beauty.
Cinnabunny with that speed on display, chasing in second, a Layla emerging from out of the crowd, and stand-up comics right there too. Street Loot is wide, trying to slice on through with Scylla right there in a feisty mood, and Wee Miss Susie throttles that speed to be in front of Jerry B, and juror number 4 is last of all. 3.5 furlongs to go in the Dashing Beauty Stakes, and Cinnabunny continues to strut her stuff with a 3/4 of a length lead. Street Loot eyeballs the speed in second. Scylla right now is a distant third over the rest, which include Wee Miss Susie and a wide trip for a Layla as they swing towards the quarter pole. Cinnabunny trying to see this through for another quarter of the mile, but now the rail is wide open for Scylla. At the 3/16 pole, Cinnabunny still clinging onto a 1-length lead, drifts in. Scylla has to switch off that rail. Wee Miss Susie is closing in from out of the clouds, and nothing from Street Loot today. At the 16th pole, Cinnabunny desperate to hold on. Scylla's getting closer, but time's ticking away. Cinnabunny has won the Dashing Beauty Stakes.
Well, Cinnabunny gets it done. She's all heart, back on the lead like she likes with her big bunny ears up with jockey Michael Sanchez. Just a really emotional win for everybody.
No doubt, and this is Danny's favorite horse, so good for Danny, and got a 91 buyer. Danny so ran right back to that race at Penn. Cinnabunny at 5 is in the best form of her career.
I got a text from her breeder as soon as she crossed the finish line. He was down there. He was really excited. It's great to see your kids go on and do big things, and we got to catch up with jockey Michael Sanchez here at Parks to talk about Cinnabunny. She's a horse you have history with. You won a lot of races with her, and now to get to win for Cal, and you've been riding her in the morning. What was that like?
Oh, I love her. She's so cool, so nice, and you know we kind of have a special bond together. You know, I know her at Royal 4K. We did really good with her. You know, we went 2 from 2, and then I happened to be getting on her for Cal, you know, for a little bit, and this and I've been telling him, you know, how much ability she got. You know, we don't really know how much ability she got, and you know, I got back to ride for her. And he asked me what was the plan. I said, Cal, I think she, you know, she got so much ability. She got so much speed. I think I can do anything. You know, go to the league, and you know, I broke center, put her in the game. After that, she was just came. You know, she jumped on the beat, and when she felt the other horses coming, she never gave up, gave more and more.
Well, they really do have a special bond together that started here at Parks, and it's great to see that continue on. Well, we're going to head to a break, but when we come back, we have race recap and jockey and trainer of the week.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Well, welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program. Here at Parks, we retire horses daily that go on and do amazing things in their next career. Well, our Jockey of the Week is Frankie Pennington. He's had a week. He had a 4-win day last Saturday, a few wins on Monday. He just kept it rolling.
Look, Frankie is in the Parks Hall of Fame for a reason. He is one of the best riders ever to ride at this racetrack.
Oh, 100%. And Trainer of the Week, congratulations, Alexis Romero, a new trainer we have here at Parks. He's only saddled 38 horses, but he has a few wins, and great to see that energy and enthusiasm from him.
And I think Danny and I might be stopping by to chat with you, Alexis. We like those new trainers in their 20s getting hot.
Yeah, we'll have a story to come. We'll learn about him. Well, let's get right into it. Race recap, and it's Derby, Derby, Derby for our 3-year-olds. Let's start in Indiana first. The Grade 3 Indiana Derby going a mile and 16, $300,000, and a lot going on here as we turn for home.
Yeah, indeed there is. Actuator and Best Actor are battling it out. Actuator, second time for your boy, Michael McCarthy. The 8 horse is going to hold on, win this thing by a half a length over Best Actor. Rattle and Roll is the 9-5 favorite, was essentially eliminated at the start, coming back in a week after winning the American Derby for Kenny McPeak. And Trish Bowman, our good friend the steward, had a little objection and inquiry to deal with, but they left Actuator up, as they should have. And I texted Michael McCarthy, I said, Michael, August, Smarty Jones Stakes, $300,000. You might want to come on by Parks. We'd like to see you in Actuator.
Well, we'd love to see Actuator. Great race there, and a good ride by Jimmy Graham on the number 8 Actuator. Close finish there, kept it exciting. Well, let's keep it going. Let's go to Prairie Meadows. It's the Iowa Derby going a mile and 16, $250,000 purse.
Conacher is the favorite here. The 5 is battling, and I do mean battling, 22.7. 46, 110, wins the battle, is going to lose the war, as here comes the 8 Life Grand to roll by in the stretch for Kelly Von Hemel, coming off a third in the prep race for this, and wins the Iowa Derby.
Couldn't have said it any better. I mean, you felt so bad for Conacher. He did everything great just to get beat right at the very end. But we'll see him go on to do big things, that's for sure. Well, let's go to California, a little California love. It's the Los Alamitos Derby, $125,000, again for 3-year-olds going a mile and 1/8. And our buddy Bob's back.
He is back off suspension. Bob Baffert has the 4 Doppelganger, and more importantly for us, the 5 High Connection is right there with Slow Down Andy, the 3. The favorite. Slow Down Andy would have run in the Derby but got sick, missed the Derby first race since March, but High Connection and Double B, back off the suspension, runs 2 horses at Los Alamitos and wins them both, including a Derby. By the way, this race moved from Hollywood Park after Hollywood closed in 2014. It's now been run 9 times at Los Alamitos. Guess how many times Baffert has won it?
How many?
About 7.
I believe it.
Including with West Coast, who of course came on there later in the year to win the PA Derby.
I mean, it was a 2-horse race, High Connection, Slow Down Andy. I think if Slow Down Andy switched leads, it might have been a little different finish, but those 2 were like glued together. They even galloped out together.
Yeah, no, it was fun to watch. I love those match races in the stretch. And look, High Connection got an 89 buyer. He's got a ways to go to catch up to the top of the class, but nice to see Mr. Baffert back and in the winner's circle.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure it felt good for him to be back. And Slow Down Andy, I think as he gets mature, we'll see more things from him to come.
You could see in some of the interviews, Danny, how emotional Baffert was because he started his career at Los Alamitos when he was a quarter horse trainer.
Yeah, he got very choked up. You could hear that lump in his throat for sure. Well, welcome back, Bob. And it's time for Ion Racing. Our friends down in Maryland at Laurel Park, they have a big day, and Barron's going to be taking his shot in the Frank D. Francis Memorial Dash. Along with, they have 3 other stakes on the card.
Yeah, and Barron was phenomenal in the race. He lost at Penn National. I mean, he couldn't have run any better. So I know that Barron will run great because he always does for Butch Reed.
Absolutely. Just a really cool Pennsylvania bred. And the spa is open up at Saratoga. They have the Grade 1 Diana on the turf and the Grade 3 Sanford Stakes. So it feels like summer.
Yeah, I'm not going to get this exactly right, Danny. I want to say there were like 15 nominations for the Diana, and Chad Brown had like, I don't know, 11?
I heard that. I heard that.
So I think Chad will have a chance to win this race.
Yeah, I think he has a few turf horses. What do you think?
I think he does.
Well, it's time for us to head to our final break, but when we come back, news and notes, and we have a lot of stuff to share with you, so stick around.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America, but we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to News and Notes, brought to you by our Granny Fund, which helps our continuing education for our wonderful backstretch community and our backstretch kids going to college. Very important. Sirius Radio, we're keeping it going on down the stretch. Dick is up today at 11.
I am up at 11. Sirius XM 85. We were talking to Bill Finley and Dave Johnson on down the stretch. Talk about Barron and the Frank DeFrancis. We'll talk about the Parks card on Monday.
Yeah, Dick will be giving out some picks, so tune in. And we got to honor a longtime horseman, trainer, veteran, friend, you name it, Dom White, and the Dom White Memorial. It was here. We had a race in his honor last Saturday. I was able to speak with his wife, Jane White.
Jane, wouldn't he have loved this? Everybody here to honor your amazing husband.
Yeah, of course.
We loved him.
He was here.
We all do. I mean, it's this love and respect of all the people that came out to visit, to pay their respects to Don. I mean, he was a true, like Phil Aristone said it best, he was a true patriot and just true horseman and gentleman.
We all loved him.
Well, we're happy here to honor him.
Thank you.
Good job.
Donnie was a true veteran and friend to all, and it was pretty cool. He treated everybody to a beer and a hot dog.
It was very cool. Great celebration of a wonderful guy.
Yeah, he's definitely missed. Well, that wraps it up for us, but come hang out with us. We are racing here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Our post time is 12:55. Come check out all the action. Dick and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining us on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Speaker's Corner has early speed. Hot Rod Charlie, Midnight Bourbon, American Revolution. American Revolution, a 16th to go. Hot Rod Charlie is opening up. Hot Rod Charlie will win the Pennsylvania.